Little switch of scenery from a nuke plant to streets, sunny steps of Dust 2, where you can die crossing to the B site, Mike. How wonderful this map is. Now, this is Riot Squad's map pick, so Rugratz have chosen the CT side and kicking us off with double flashes and kit for Xander. And that one is towards mid. This is a really solid strategy, right? He has these 2 flashes. If there's any aggression B, he has the flashes to support B. If there's any pressure long A, he has the flashes to support long A as well. But as long as he doesn't die with these flashes in hand, that remains strong.
That might be what he's about to do. He's going to check Peter here. Here's the second swing from Crashies. He gets away. Actually doesn't commit to the fight, and that's nicely done. But now the take's going to come up catwalk, and he did scuttle back in towards the B bomb site. So it's going to be a soft A to hit. They really just have to contend with Hunter. There will be a player in towards Pit, but if there's no long presence, they're just planning for Cat. There seems to be the initial plan here. That's not so tough to deal with. Here's the drop down, and here's the fight. Hunter has to really get one. He gets 2.
Nice.
Beautiful caps from Hunter. Just surgical precision. They can't deny the plan for sure, but they've made this retake so much easier, and Hunter with just the 2 beautiful fadeaways. And Cat's going to be the next duel. Peter gets 1 at least, but he's losing teammates in the meantime, and Peter will be last to fall, and that's a quick pistol round. Pretty much as fast as the first few rounds were on Nuke. Get started on the same pace here on Dust 2.
Yeah, that's beautiful play, and that's a nice pop flash towards the end there by Xander, allowing Leaf to get that double kill, and that's what we wanted, right? We wanted Hunter to wake up. We wanted him to start kind of stepping in here, pick up his role. Typhoon as well. He found himself 1 off to kick it off. Let's see their confidence come back to them here. And hey, sometimes it happens, right? We see reverse sweeps on each other's map picks, and this could very well be it. Now it's going to be weapons here for Rugratz. Of course, Riot Squad are going to force up what they can, and that means SG for Mitch, who's been extremely reliable, I have to admit, for Riot Squad.
He has indeed. And a reminder, on Nuke, on their own T side, they did a similar thing. They lost the pistol round and then immediately won the force spot. So definitely not out of the woods here if you're Rugratz. There's a pretty big bear to contend with here. I like this positioning from Xander, changing up the setup a little bit. He's definitely going to hear FNS here, and it's once again going to be a take on towards Catwalk. Molly goes in, they know there's a player close up. Information going both ways, but it's once again really going to be on to Hunter to take that first aggression. He was beautiful in the pistol round. The question is, can he repeat his performance here now with an M4 in hand? Should theoretically be a little easier. He's going to contend with the Krieg on the other side. He nearly takes down Jonji without even seeing him, and Leaf will be there for the alley-oop kill. They're once again trying to go for a plant here, but they've got to deal with Leaf close up, and they've lost their mid presence as well. This is not looking good for Riot Squad early on. Bodies continuing to drop, tons of damage done. The blood is just being let. The Molotov will finish it off, and this is looking clean for Rugratz. Indeed, it is only 1 kill going back the other direction and a defuse in. So they have not only survived the force buy, they've passed with flying colors.
Okay, is this a sign of what's to come, Mike?
Maybe.
This is a completely
I'd say
different
a little
energy
early
here from Rugratz. Okay, wait, let me understand this correctly. So when you call it early, it's fine.
Yeah.
When I call it early, it's too early.
Well, so...
Sure,
you got me there. You got me there. You got me there. I'll allow it. But what I will say is that I think that contending with Riot Squad on Dust 2 is going to be a challenge regardless of the situation. I think it's important to get started here strong on the right foot to get a solid CT half in there. But I think once the guns get clean, once they get healthy, it's going to be that's going to be where the question mark comes through. But you're absolutely being a bit of a hypocrite here. Jonji, speaking of, well, not really speaking of being a hypocrite, but he's just going to get shot in the butt. Doesn't feel good. It's not great for your health.
I wasn't trying to make you feel that bad, Mike, okay? You don't have to apologize.
I feel terrible, Roy!
But no, yeah, it's definitely too early to say for sure. Xander now up close and personal. End well or terribly, I'm not sure. But in IA support, Leaf is there. It's not going to end terribly at all. Now, what was supposed to be a fake for the mid to be is obviously being well read considering Xander's right there holding for it. FNS is trying to sell it, but it's very obvious now, especially with that pressure eliminated. Typhoon focusing above, the flashes are raining in. Being spot in the open, that can be the Eve. They can find Typhoon, but there will be no Typhoon this time. Only rain from above by Typhoon.
How about that Leaf again? I mean, we were talking about it at the end of last map where he had nearly the next 2 players on the scoreboard combined. I think he had 10 more than the next person on his team, and he's just starting off on the right foot again. 6 kills already through 3 rounds, 1 assist, 1 death. I mean, this is very nice from the young player, and it's just always so exciting to see when these young names come out here and just perform massively. It's kind of like watching a star be born, right? I think we're seeing, it's like a, what is it? It's the nebulas or the supernovas, or no, supernovas are when they die.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Birth of a star.
We're finding the limits of my
vocabulary. It's coming.
Astronomy now.
You know, I never thought your vernacular would come to an end or to a limit, Mike.
Right.
But it has. Everyone in chat, we are witnessing a historic moment here. But speaking of historic moment, Hunter's lost his head, just like Mike lost his words. But now Leaf is finding the kind of the fight back here towards upper B. I think that was towards middle, actually. They can mention though, he still focused up. He still wants that pressure in middle. He finds not only 1, but a second. And he's just been so good at finding these 2 kills, Mike. So consistent. Now it's just pending to hold back against this split on the A site. All directions. It's a little careless.
A little bit. I don't think they had any idea he was here. And exactly, careless is exactly the word. It's just a little too confident in your positioning. Still losing the player out towards the seals the deal here, and it's just a question of trying to survive, and he can do nothing of the sort. Crashies with that quick scope in, that quick tap onto the head, and the Riot squad get their first round. They get their first round with Real Live as well. There's going to be one more test here, as I think the Rugrats are likely going to buy here. It won't be pretty, but it'll be sufficient. It'll work. They'll have ops. Double ops, actually, as they're going to reveal their hand here. Just the one newly cheapened FAMAS is going to allow them to get a lot of utility. One concern, though, no kits.
Yes,
so if we see a site taken early, expect the save.
Especially the B site, right? It's already difficult enough to get past the choke points, and now you don't have a kit. That's pretty much it right then and there. Seems like Riot Squad are starting to group up towards the long A once again. This pop flash is sick. It lets him get out the doors, but doesn't blind the guy around the corner unless he's looking straight at it. See how this one pans out. I think that'll be the most important battle here early for either of these teams.
Timing here from Penny. He's off the angle. That's going to be a big duel. Penny finds it. But here's the trades, and now it's all a question of whether Hunter can escape. He's just gotten around the corner. That's good work from Hunter. Fleet of feet to get back and now pick in towards mid. It's going to make this a lot easier. It alleviates the pressure for his teammates. Although losing Leaf will amp that pressure back up. Looks like Xander wants to get aggressive around the smoke. That's exactly what John G was waiting for. Just anticipating that exact play and position beautifully countered out. So now that's the site lost, and this really should be a save. It's double ops claimed in their hands, and they need to get the heck out of here. John G doesn't want to let it happen. As Hunter disconnected. He's walking into a wall.
No.
I would say.
Oh, no. That's so unlucky.
Ow.
You hate to see that. That's just... You just saw money go down the drain here, Mike. That was an expensive kit. So unfortunate. Now it's just Typhoon, the remaining player here for Rugratz. But I think what we just witnessed was a chokehold on the A site, right? They got the A long control. They left John G up there in case there's kind of a ping pong effect, right? And he was there at the perfect time. Now it's FNS hunting for this last op. If they can take this one out of their hands, that takes away Rugratz's kind of their power in this next round.
Whew. Okay, Typhoon's found the first. Does he anticipate the second player here, though? He's ready for it. FNS doesn't want to go around. Doesn't want to give him. So they got an off. They've got something. Let's see what's going on with Hunter. Yeah, that's the pause coming in.
Okay.
Maybe not. Of all the times... Oh, there's the disconnect. Of all the times to disconnect and walk into a wall for a while, it would have to be when the player's scoreline was 3-2-2, wouldn't it, Roy?
Was it actually?
It was.
Wow. We love symbolism.
That's unfortunate. That's always a bummer. I mean, they had lost the round, right? But saving that secondary op could have been huge. Even if he had let some extra blood from the Riot squad side, their money is anything but secure at this point. So such an unfortunate way to wind up losing the op. But it is what it is. It's the joy of this wonderful game we call CS sometimes. And hopefully we'll get him back in the server quickly and we'll have no problem.
If it takes longer than 1 minute, we'll kick it to music for you guys. But for now, remain in here, hanging out. You know, I feel like this map, I don't know what's happened, Mike. I know this map was always kind of one-sided in some ways or another. But I feel like lately it has been so T-sided. I don't know if it's just the come up of the SG or the economy system kind of fully in deck here. I don't know what, but it seems like T sides have just been so easy.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I think it really is I think the beauty of the Krieg and the Krieg meta really did tilt every map to the T side, and Dust 2 was already a map where you expected it to kind of be a 9-6 for the Ts, and that just really set it off kilter. I mean, it's not uncommon at this point to see 13-2 T sides and see a team come back from that. It's just kind of gotten very much out of whack. Again, the cheap and Galil, it's just so easy to get utility and a buy up here. And when you have full utility and you can hit a site quickly, if you hit that B site reliably and you just take it away from them, there's nothing you can do as a CT side. There's so limiting in terms of your options. So then you have to dedicate bodies to the CT or to the B site to prevent that early hit from coming in. And then that limits what you can do as far as aggression over towards A. That limits your control in towards mid. I'm with you on your Ministry of Anti-Dust 2 propaganda, where I think it's just kind of not a very interesting map to play or to watch rather, and it's just kind of meh. It doesn't do anything for me in the map pool. It doesn't do anything for me that's exciting that no other map does.
Yeah, that wasn't really my initial point, but I will follow along to your second point. I will always take up any opportunity to hate this map. Yes, this is an awful map. Brought to you by the leader of the Anti-Dust 2 movement. This map sucks. Over. And I think...
Is there
anything in chat that might suggest that he's connecting? Oh.
Freeze time has been canceled. But they're just pausing again.
Okay, let's just kick it to music for now. You guys enjoy the DJ. As soon as the action continues, we'll hop right back into the server, and we'll get that action rolling. Mel, bring us to music. I think it's Sub Rosa DJing today, right? Oh, no, it's not Sub Rosa. Okay. Thank you for the very short DJ session. Let's kick this right here. Rugratz 3-2. Their money has been demolished. The only weapon they were able to save was Typhoon's op. And well, let's see if Rugratz can keep the streak going. But they do have to avoid this op. And I think this is a pretty good risk to take, honestly. I would have just not liked to see Typhoon take that risk if they're just going to recycle the op, considering he had armor. Let the unarmored people do it first, but it's not going to matter. Rashi's already out long A. The op is kind of stuck towards middle. The smokes will deny any opportunity for Hunter to find the kill. Okay.
Now this just becomes a game of hide the op, right? Try and keep that alive in the next round. Don't know what's going to happen. They know there's a player in towards mid. They'd very much like this pick. What they don't know is that players are racing at them. Hunter anticipates it adequately, gets the gun swung around, and it looks like they still want to try and make something happen this round, even if that's just finding an extra Krieg, getting the heck out of dodge. Crashies, silence lead. Now at this point, they've got 2 weapons. Just try and keep those alive. That's the best you can really hope for, and they're going to stick around a little bit too long in towards mid, trying to get more of a fight, trying to get this money whittled down for Riot Squad, and Crashies will punish them for exactly that. 2 big kills from Crashies, and nothing saved through for the Rugrats. So this round, no ops, not even the possibility of glass cannoning it. They can get a buy, but it's going to be very low.
Okay, what is going on here? How come some of them are forcing, but some of them aren't forcing? They have Leaf on a FAMAS, but Penny's down. Yeah, I think they're going for the half buy. Leaf might have thought that they were going for the full buy, but now it's... Okay, at least some early damage. Something is going Rugratz's way, so maybe there is hope they can convert this one. But I can't help but feel like if this is a loss, that'll just only set them even further behind. Okay.
Let's see. Slowing it down. Typhoon's getting aggressive here. Peter's so ready for this. So ready for this. The flash is there. The shot is missed. Here's a chance for Typhoon. You know there's a second there. No, he does not. He will get chased out. Not likely going to get the trade, but here we go. Xander with a scout turning every which way to get 2 big frags, and now Leaf's got it with the FAMAS. The questionable buy works out majorly, and it's really the FAMAS that sees it through. An upgrade to the AWP to boot. And that's going to be Rugratz stealing away around. They likely had no business doing, and it really comes down to, I mean, that scout to start things off, but then the Famas in Leaf's hands to close it.
Yeah, he got 3 kills off that Famas. I'm sitting here criticizing it, but he actually put it to good work. So I guess the risk pays off this time. That's just going to be a straight fast right out the long they go. Mach 10 CZs. The ones that use long range weapons, but if they can get Mitch or Peter and Pit, that might do the job a little bit better. Now, Mitch is actually all the way towards the B tunnels, holding it back. There's a flank coming in from behind him as well. That will catch him right in the nick of time. Typhoon, nice reaction. Good upper B protocol, but now they have to deal with this long A pressure.
I like this setup, though. You've got the player out towards Gandalf. You've got the first impact here from Leaf, who has been insane all night long. Now you've got Penny up close. They know exactly what's going through here. If they somehow sneak a bomb plant out of this, I think that's a miracle for Riot Squad. High flash up. Here they're just going to try and get onto site. Just try and punch in those numbers, and they might be able to. The only player close enough to actually deny this is Penny, and there they do. They get a bomb plant. So he does it for Riot Squad, and at this point, any damage they do is just extra bonus. Peter's got himself an op. I think he's probably just going to try and survive there. No, he'll try and deny the plant. Or the defuse, rather. But smoke's aplenty. Eventually, they're going to get this. Now it's just a question of whether Dirty PP can survive.
Surely they don't throw their entire money hunting for this. They're playing passive. That's a smart decision. Just secure your own economy at this point. You have to kind of keep your gas mask on, right? With that oxygen mask.
How about Leaf? He's I mean,
insane.
again, we were talking about before. He's got the same amount of kills as the next 2 people on the scoreboard. He's rocking 154 ADR right now. He's 12-2-4. This guy is unreal. Again, he's so new to playing on this roster. He's so new to playing at this level of competition, and he is just stunting on the opposition. He's really a huge factor for why this is a game where they're in the lead, why they're making a go of it through both maps. So impressive to me so far.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. He's really coming to his own on this lineup. I'm not entirely sure if that's a symptom of the structure that they have around him, or if he's just absolutely insane in his role. We'll find out, I think, there, but unfortunately so is Xander and Penny in a solid crossfire on the site. Xander with 4, Rugratz with 6. Riot Squad is able to buy once again, but it will be limited in some way, especially if they go for the SGs. And I think this is, in my opinion, the most forgiving map when it comes to utility. You only really need like 2 smokes to make things work, a few flashbangs. Everything else is just a bonus, and well, Leaf attempts for the pick, and you don't dirty peek the dirty peek eat. You know what I mean?
It's just tough to get away with. Pete will not allow you those. Pete is not a forgiving god. Now they're out. There's the second kill. Now that's the B site fallen. Even though they get a trade elsewhere, that's the B site fallen. And as we all know on Dust 2, this site is a misery to try and get back into. Especially since they've got present mid finesse. That was a questionable duel loss. He was blinded up right at the end of it. Still, I think he had vision on the player before the flashbang came. That's unfortunate for him. And there we go. Xander right as the smoke fades. Catches Mitch. Here's the footsteps. Denies the bomb to transition. Now a number advantage. This retake is suddenly viable. Despite having control of the B-bomb site so early on, this round is looking like it's spiraling out of control. Now Jonji has to plant this bomb. There's 2 players waiting just to hear this tick. Actually not going to react off of it. Typically that's what you wait for as a CT, because it means one of the players is occupied by nature, but they may have been anticipating the fake. Here's the retake gone, utility over. This is still very viable, trying to get out Tunnel's presence, but Jonji losing his head is going to make this impossible, and that's going to be a round for Rugratz. They have done the impossible. They have retaken B. They've retaken it very effectively as well.
Yeah, great patience there from Rugratz. They recognize that Riot Squad was out of utility, right? There was no way for them to hold back the choke points. Just wait for the right time. Wait for them to know that they're committed on this B site. Then you have the molly to clear out the site. You have the flashbang to allow you in. And then Hunter just kind of countering the big box position from outside the doors. It cannot have been played any better there by Rugratz. And Mike, I think they're showing prowess here. I think they're showing that they have not given up. And this is more in line with what I was expecting from Rugratz from the get-go, right? What we were all kind of expecting from them.
Yeah, surprising for it to break out here on Dust 2 than rather than yes, this is definitely a whole different team. I was honestly counting them out coming into the second map, but they have shown me the error of my ways. Now, Love this from Xander. It's just going to be an easy anti-eco mow down. He's 3 before he's eventually dropped. An easy cleanup for Peanut. Yeah, Peanut. Penny. So that's a different person. That's an entirely different person.
Mike, you're choking on your words. You're not finding them. Everything okay? Don't need to call the cops?
It's
What's
the
going
rust.
on?
It's the rust, man. Coming off of the holiday, I gotta remember how to talk again. I just haven't talked to anyone in so long, Roy. I've been so alone.
You know, speaking of Castaway, you kind of look like the ball from Castaway, right?
Oh yeah, Wilson. stuff a couple sticks into my head. We're getting there. If I like grew like 3 of my hairs out, I could pull it off.
I can see it. I can see it. Nah, I'm only just teasing. You look great. Xander, though. Oh, is he actually misleading us? Oh, is there smoke? How come you can't see him? Oh yeah, there is a smoke. Okay. And this is quiet across the entire map right now. I think the only things they've shown was a little presence towards long. I think they might have just walked out.
I think this is a Riot squad that's a little stunned here. I don't think they were necessarily anticipating this much resistance out from Rugratz, and at this point, I mean, this is already a super solid CT half. We were talking about how it feels like a very T-sided meta, especially on Dust 2. Getting 8 rounds is fantastic, and they look to be well positioned to get more, and I think Riot Squad recognizes that problem. But here we go. They've gone very soft on their lone defense. They've retracted all the way into Catwalk, and so Riot Squad just might be able to walk onto a site for free, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Janji's continuing to do damage into mid. He's making a nuisance of himself. Janji and Mitch might just win this round for them without them ever finding the bomb site. And this is beautiful. Janji, again, it's all just Typhoon. He's in towards mid. I'm not quite sure what this call was from Rugratz, but they focused down entirely on eliminating these 2 players in the mid and at heavy personal cost. And that's going to be a strong round for Riot Squad, and a round again where no CT ever really even got close to the bomb.
Yeah, I think I might have an idea of what happened there. So the pressure came out long A very late into the round. They thought, hey, if there's a lurk, there's probably only one here. Let's just fight him with the entire group, right? They realized it was Janji, so Janji got the first kill onto Xander. Okay, that's the lurk. Let's all come out from all directions to fight him. But they didn't expect the second one to be there supporting him in the form of Mitch, and they kind of just destroyed that counter aggression towards middle. That was crazy by Riot. It felt almost clinical.
So they're going to do the same thing again. If it worked once, hey, let's try it again. They've walked up long. Once again, they haven't encountered anybody. This time, they haven't thrown the smokes yet, although you imagine those will come through to aid the transition, because Hunter is watching this angle. Oh, he pulls off at just the wrong moment. Can he get back through? No, he cannot indeed, and the panic hop comes in, and this is looking messy once more. This should just be a save at this point, but they're going to contest him towards mid, and with the start, at least through. But it's all just Typhoon. He's out in the open, he's blinded up, and eventually he's dead. So the same strat worked twice. Rugratz was positioned the exact same way to anticipate it. And once again, didn't work out for them. So we need an adjustment from Rugratz. They cannot do that again.
All I'm saying is that the caster curse is real tonight. You said they look stunned. They come out with 2 flawless rounds. I say that Famas Pai is stupid. He proves me wrong. We just need to stop predicting things, Mike, okay?
Pigs will fly. I'd like to see that happen. Suddenly, the whole map will change and we'll be playing Inferno.
Okay,
we could watch that too, right? Good prediction. We'll see. Although I guess they don't come true if I predict them, so never mind.
Yeah, I don't think you know how a caster curse works, Mike.
The brain is just all over the place today, apparently.
No,
see how this goes. They're creeping up. Look at this timing from Typhoon. He's spotted one. He's got the kill. Trade there. But there's a second player here. I don't know that they anticipate the second player out from tunnels, and that's the bomb as well, so they've got to get out of there. Meanwhile, losing players out towards car. This round could work. This is the adjustment. This was the change-up, and it's working beautifully. They threaten that mid presence. They deal with long. They don't allow them to get on the site. It's almost like they made them think it was going to work again, only to bring in the punishment. Well, Peter will lay a little bit of late hurt on them to at least keep the money honest. It's still going to be around for the Rugrats. And now they've got 9 on the board, Roy, and I didn't think they'd get on towards 8. So everything from here on out is just gravy.
Yeah, this has been actually kind of an unpredictable half from Rugratz. 9 rounds already in the CT side. It's looking really good. Mind you, Riot Squad does have a really good CT side on this map as well. But Janji will find the opening frag onto an aggressive Xander down in mid. That actually splits the defense up, 2 towards B, 2 towards A, and they're allocating a number from each side to kind of sandwich in the mid control here. But Hunter's falling back, looking to reinforce A defenses while they keep the mid to be calm for now. But I think based on Riot Squad's positions, this is ending into an A split here.
And he actually gets away without being punished there. I'm surprised. He was blind with the smoke. I guess saved his life. Peter, though, claims Hunter, and now Penny's all alone. He's got flames at his back. He's got more mollies sailing his head. They know he's here. The boost up is beautiful. I love that micro adjustment there from Riot Squad. And they seem to have sort of figured out Rugratz here towards one. Yeah, it didn't work last round, but they've now gotten the better of them 3 out of 4 of these last few rounds. And once again, it's working out. This is going to be an attempted retake. Beautiful shot from Typhoon to make this possible. But bomb now down. A player out towards Car. Players up on towards Cat. They are surrounded. They are hemmed in. And the flanks coming in from mid as well. This is all over. It'll be Janji to put them out of their misery. A 4K in the round for Janji to get a 6 on the board for Riot Squad. So it's a nice finish for Riot Squad. But I would say this is not a great half for them. I think Rugratz are actually very well positioned to fight through this and take us to a map 3.
Yeah, and actually we see Peter back on top again. Oh, all 8 deaths in what is a pretty close half, I would consider. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That was kind of a solid performance there from Rugratz. Riot Squad looked a little flat, especially early on in the half. Now let's see if they got some sort of prowess here on the CT side, looking to defend against this fast long A push coming in from Rugratz. They're going straight to school, Mike.
Here we go. Mitch gonna get a lot of opportunity. He struggled a bit after we complimented him quite a bit early on. He's not had the best of maps, and once again, the struggle is going to continue. Unable to connect with a head. He's going to be dropped. Now that's the site taken. That's a bomb plant definitely secured. That's a readjustment from Riot Squad as they try and get players out towards Catwalk. You got a player close up. Now Peter gonna find the kill before any of his teammates get even close. That's very nicely done. That's going to make this a lot easier for Riot Squad to contend with, and Peter's continuing. His nutty map will not stop. He wants more. He's going to find it as well. It's all going to be left to Typhoon, but Typhoon's done the work now, finding him at range. Crashies was trying to adjust to that headshot, couldn't quite find it, and spinning, pirouetting Typhoon will take through the round.
About time we see the Typhoon's name kind of pop up here. I mean, he's been one of the top performers for Rugratz, and he's had a super quiet best of 3 series so far, but now he's awake. 93 ADR, 14 kills on hand, a double kill to secure the pistol round to keep Rugratz in the lead here in a dominant fashion as well. Now, Riot Squad has to make a decision, I feel. Are they going to force here with Scouts, Eagles? It worked, I think, in the last game. Try it again.
I don't know. It's harder to make work on the CT side, right? You can't force the engagement where you want it to happen. So it doesn't look like it early on. They're getting a timeout. It's actually a T-side timeout, though. So Rugratz deciding how they want to get into this one, how they want to anticipate and to deal with it. But I think Riot Squad's probably just going to take their punishment here. Make sure that they have the weapons properly. Because if they force buy at this point down 10-6 and it doesn't go their way, this map's over before they really get a chance to make a go of it. I don't know what you got. What's your call here? IGL, strong legs. What's the call?
I feel like this is a save. You have Crashies at 2600. He's about to get 2400. That puts him at a glass cannon off if he needs it. He needs a save. They smoked off mid though. They're trying to fake. They're trying to get Rugratz to push one of the sides here. Keep them in the loop. But I think it's gonna be. Looks like the bomb is kind of flip-flopping between A and B right now, just holding T-spawn. Hunter, as soon as he spots these players, that will not end well. Double jump to spot. They just do nothing, but Hunter is there holding that nade. Oh, let's go a little too. Wait a second. That's the bomb! They have the bomb!
Oh no, this is all falling apart. Now it's going to be guns found. There's a scout here. A lot's going to be to leave to reclaim this, but now his position's known, and they've got a scout again, so he is not safe by any measure. The rifles through here can maybe start to deny this, but another kill found. They're just being misdirected, and it's all tumbling down. How on earth has this become such a catastrophe? No armor, Roy. Not even a drop of it. Just a dry push out long, and it's annihilated this defense. It's left to Leaf, the young phenom. He's got to do it all, and there's 2 rifles for him to contend with, and they're just going to back off at this point because they've left 45 seconds on the clock. He's got to reclaim the bomb. He's got to pick a site, and he's got to go all the way over to find it.
Yeah, and I think soon he's going to realize that they've abandoned, but it's going to take him at least 5 or 10 seconds to start clearing out some angles here before he can make a decision, and that's not going to leave him with much time. And you can tell that Riot Squad are perfectly comfortable just hiding away right now, splitting up, one towards B, one towards car, a difficult position to clear. Now Leaf is just going to run. He's not going to expect his car position at all. Actually, he kind of has an inkling towards it, but Peter will hit the shot nonetheless, and that is a straight robbery. You're absolutely right, Mike. P2, I don't even think they had a P250. It was a single smoke, a single flash. That's it. That's all they had. Can I just add on top of that? What's crazy to me is you have the bomb in T-spawn, right? You're Xander. You have the bomb in T-spawn. You know that they're all stack pushing long A. Why fight the stack? Why not just run away with the bomb?
His hunger for eco frags overpowered his logic sensors. Needed it. Needed those frags, and it came back to bite him. That's an indefensible decision. That's just so questionable. My brain is broken trying to rationalize. I feel the pain in deep within me of how much they must be feeling very silly about that one. Now Peter's just annihilating the AWP. Crash is not able to get anything done. He was trying to jump back onto the site proper with the op, but apparently, or with the rifle rather, but it may not matter because Peter's just claiming scalps. He is taking domes. He is having no mercy here. And now Molly's in. Penny's not even going to have a chance to get the bomb planted. He's just trying to secure himself an inch of territory in which to place that parcel of C4, but it will not happen here. Going to be an 8th round for Riot Squad. Now they are very close to closing this out, and there's still going to be an eco out from Rugratz.
Yeah, this should have been an 11-7 right now, with Rugratz coming in. Probably even honestly a 12-7 at this point, coming in with full money, full everything into these rounds, securing double guns in a row. But man, that eco is going to hurt a lot. They're going to attempt the up short once again here.
That information. Now just a rush up catwalk. This is a really bad spot for Peter, though. He's only going to get one, honestly, considering the circumstances. Surprising he does get that one. And this is just a tough spot. Crash Cheese loses his life again, having a rough go against these eco frags, and a bomb plant there is not a bad result at all for Rugratz. Yes, they can't hold on any longer, but at least they get the bomb down.
I've never seen rounds with Glocks and USBs end so risky. Like one extra kill there for Rugrat, that spirals out of control quick. That was just Glocks, just running up short A with Glocks. Okay.
It's always
what else will the CS:GO you got throw at us today, Mike?
Right? It's like whichever spot the CT side decides to leave as the one weakness is the spot that gets exploited in that individual round, right? And that's what we saw right there. Now it's going to be Mitch. He's got the secondary op. He's going to be anchoring this B-bomb site. As of yet, they're not going to rush him down, which was potentially the vulnerability there. But they're going to take some mid control. They got a player in towards Tons there, waiting behind that smoke. It's Leaf as well. You know. And they don't want to contend with A. They've been doing a whole lot of plays on towards A. Hasn't been working out for them too well, so they're going to go ahead and settle back in, see if they can't do this mid to B split. See if they can't find something as a result of it. Like the spot from Janji. Probably gets one as they come around the corner, and Mitch is already doing damage in towards the tunnels. Has found out Leaf, so this mid presence is going to be all that they've got. Ooh, okay.
Return.
Under hits the clear shot. Do love that. But look at this flank. Look at this push down into lower tunnel. Crashes got the first. Does he get any more? No, he just fades off of it. Falls off. They're trying to hunt him. He will stay alive. He will find more damage. Now they're left to do so, and Crashy is just claiming domes, claiming lives, securing.
He's playing him like an instrument right now, Mike. That was not any better played by Crashy right there on that hold. He got the first kill. He repositioned to a much harder angle to clear, and he gets 2 off that. That's so sick. I can't help but feel like Rugratz are crumbling down after that loss. That was a huge hit to their psyche, Mike. Now it's just 8. Look, they're just buying off whack now. Penny buying up at Hero AK. They have, I'm criticizing it, but it's probably going to get 5K with it.
Right. That would be how it would work. But you know what they say is a good result does not justify a bad decision. And I will stand by that.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
Molotov's going to hold off. They want to go for a little bit of a burst in mid, but the utility just doesn't allow it. Here's damage coming in. Players are low for the CT side. Mitch in particular is potentially vulnerable to some of these pistols. But still, Rugratz are coming out worse for the wear in terms of numbers, and they don't really have the weaponry to capitalize if this becomes a war of attrition. Looks like they're going to go for maybe a bit of a cat play. Again, all they've got is mid. They're not... The lurks towards tons haven't been working out very well for them. Looks like they're going to go for this play through the mid doors, but what do they execute off of it? Maybe a mid to B split. They don't have a smoke anymore, so they can't cover this off. It's going to be very vulnerable if they do. You can see you got Peter all the way back. You got Mitch opping in towards tunnels. This is just a really tough spot to get out of. You've got no utility.
Nice dodge. Wow. That's some fast reflexes from Leaf. Not sure if he heard the click, but he turned away from that super quickly. And that at least eliminates the mid player, so it's going to keep 1 or 2 people looking at it. But now with this setup for Riot Squad, Peter just has an easy fallback, right? Get 1 kill, fall back to long. Even with a run boost, he still hits the shot. You don't do that against Dirty Peak Pete, and he's going for the second one as well. Penny gets caught off. Now it's just all down to the young gun Leaf, who's having a hard time finding his footing as well. He's looking for that cross, and Dirty Peak Pete has really stepped up in this best of 3, Mike. I have to give him credit for this.
He just puts on a clinic. He's so good from that position in particular. Just playing car, watching for the play around catwalk. He's so good. It's like that's the way it should be played. Man's just a... And it works out beautifully. Speaking of working out beautifully, there's a pick already from the second op on Mitch's hands. He's already found something, and this is getting rough. Hunter out of position, nearly caught. Lucky to get away. Jonji might chase it down with an HE. There's a second as well, but somehow Hunter evades all of the damage. So at least for the moment, he will survive. He'll be able to bail out with 45 health to his name and an op still in his paws, and that's going to give them another lease on life. But Riot Squad, they're in the lead. They've got the first kill in this round. They're looking ruthless these last few, and Rugratz really need to find a bit of an answer here.
Look how split up they are now. They feel disjointed. Got Penny on the lurk, and they're repositioning towards long A. Ashies is in pit. He does have support of Pete, who is holding 2 flashes, but they're just going to walk by the smoke. And they're going to be looking towards pit, but do they look above pit? No, they don't. Crashes at an off angle, catches Typhoon. He hears the scope of the op, so he knows people are here. 30 peek Pete just needs to use the flashes to support here. Nothing else. Don't re-peek with low HP. Don't allow them to get the kill. Crashies is stuck in this corner. I mean, he can really only go to pit, but he can't cross off. He's stuck here.
Still, he only needs to deal with 1, and it's just Hunter. So it's just a question of whether Hunter hits this fast shot, and you can see Hunter is very cautious about actually going out there. He's got teammates who are making their way out catwalk, and he's decided to regroup with them instead of trying to contest around there. Peter's so low. There's the shot. Maybe the trade. I think the head was actually spotted, but Penny can't line it up. That'll be a bomb plant. No one quite able to deny this, but still a 5-on-3 retake, and this is going to be tough. Utility will go down from Rugratz to try and support and shore up their position, and they might just be able to turn that into some frags, but Finesse has other things in mind. Here's the trade, the players right up on their back. It's all left to Leaf. The young gun once again has to impress. This time he's got to find the ace. At the very least, he's able to back off towards a catwalk, and he's going to find more. But eventually, Peter, the veteran, and the young gun, the veteran, is going to win the day. That'll be a 12th round for Riot Squad. And that'll be another loss in the tank for Rugratz.
I feel like they can completely trust Peter to do what he needs to do in these rounds. Like, he's just so reliable for them right now. Every shot that needs to be hit is being hit. Every decision that needs to be made is being made perfectly by him right now. He's exactly where he needs to be at the right time. He's hitting the right shots. And while Rugratz are able to sustain purchases, they're less than ideal. They have no way to combat this double op setup that has been breaking them apart round by round. Now they're going to attempt the fast speed. Let's see if this one works out for them at least.
Oh, what? FNS, the one tap while blind. Okay. Oh, okay. Sit down, apparently. FNS going to do more. He's taking matters in those hands. The IGL just going to kill everybody. A 4K for FNS. The first one, full blind. All right, then. I mean, what do you do against that?
I feel like Riot's just in the flow right now. You see how they have all their protocols down. If fast push comes, everyone knows what needs to be done. This happens, X is Y happening instantly. Like, they're just doing the right things. Like, look at this aggression right now. Janji constantly peeking behind Molotovs, getting that information. Peter's holding down the lanes, side of the smoke. That is one. Penny attempts to trade, and the Deagle gets caught off. Now Hunter is able to return one, but that op is not recoverable. Not for now, but that finesse, he's getting his confidence as well, and now Mitch is eating a little bit of the pie from CT spawn, and Riot Squad once again continue their decimation. Rugratz just can't get anything going on this T side. They had a solid CT though, Mike. I'm not sure how this is happening to them right now.
They don't seem to have the adjustment. They don't seem to have the plan. We're seeing them fall back on the same thing. Here might be a bit of a change up. We saw this. They tried to go for that fast speed play. Didn't work out for them. This time, it's only Peter here. I say only Peter. The man's a monster so far this game, so far this series. So he is definitely the boogeyman that they've got to do. And it looks like they've fallen off of it. One Molotov is all it takes to make them change their intent, to head in towards mid and see what they can't work here. But nothing's been working. Nothing has worked out for them in quite a while. Now they've lost their long lurk. Utility is keeping them hemmed in. And once again, it's looking like they just don't really have a plan here, Roy. They're kind of milling around, going to go for this poke in towards mid, see if they can't get something reacting off of it. But nothing's been given to them easily, and they just haven't done enough to force picks to come their way. Oh, okay.
It's a haircut for free. Typhoon. Left up short. Hey, it's a little too dry, I feel. I mean, no support there whatsoever, but now I think Rugratz's hand is forced, especially with Crashy's pushing up behind him. I'm just kind of surprised to see that Riot is already adjusting for the clear information that they have. It's going to be Peter. Actually, that's why they don't need to adjust. It's just Peter, man. He's just on a tear right now. He's almost breaking the 3-bomb right here, and he gets it. The 30 kills, 11 deaths, over 120 ADR now, and it's match and series point for Riot Squad. 5 attempts to close it off here, Mike. How are you feeling about this right now? I want to hear your thoughts.
My thoughts are, holy cow, Peter. What a performance from him. As you were saying, like, why aren't they rotating to support B? Well, because it's Peter. He doesn't need support. He'll just frag everybody himself. 30 kills. 32 and 11. 11 deaths. That's it. He has had a monstrous performance here. He's really putting up the numbers, and this time they're going to need a bit of a miracle to overcome it. Once again, they're down. They're losing bodies. It's all going to be on Penny to try and keep them alive in this series. He's all that's left. He's blinded up. He's out in the open. He's found the first, but now he's known. His position is compromised. His health is low. He's a man behind the lines. He's got to do something a little bit miraculous here. He's trying to approach around the mid door, but he's been spotted. Somehow wins that duel as well as Mitch has missed the shot. There's a chance, but Crashies is well positioned to take the counter, and that's going to be the game, 16-10. And this was a story of just all dirty peak Pete. I mean, Riot Squad in general, they were strong on Nuke. It looked like this was going to be a closer game at first over on Dust 2, but it just all fell apart in the second half for Rugratz. They had no answer on their T side. They had nothing really to fall back on, and Peter just had his way with them.
Yeah, I mean, usually in the T2 CS, right, Dust 2 is incredibly T-sided. I think it's only when you're hitting the top 10 teams where the kind of the pacing and the general feel of this map is a little switched up, where it becomes a little more CT-sided. Now, after I saw their performance on the first half, right, for this second map, I was like, okay, maybe Riot Squad is falling a little short here, right? But no, dude, they stepped up. Like, Peter woke up. Everyone in Riot Squad was just banging on the CT side. They were deep in that flow. And honestly, Leaf stepped up. He credit to him. He almost carried the team to victory. He gave them a real shot at a win. But no one else really stepped up to the plate to really provide him any sort of relief from having to, put the team on the back. And that's a 2-0 for Riot Squad. That's crazy. So, commiserations to Rugratz. They'll have to go back to school. And Riot Squad will continue their domination, continue on to the next round. So congratulations to them. A solid performance of Counter-Strike we just witnessed. But yes, if you're in chat wondering why Cloud9 is not working, they've had some emergencies come up, unfortunately. There's no other information at this time. I wish I could provide that to you guys. But for now, that's all I can say. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're in the market for some CSGO skins, if you're in the market for some Toshiba, some SSDs, follow our socials. We'll be doing some giveaways throughout the playoffs, so follow along. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're on everything you have. Trust me. Follow this man right here. Follow his @ down below. Follow my @ down below right here on Twitter. And of course, our producer and observer, Melanie, does a fantastic job behind the scenes. Not enough credit for the people off the camera. And for now, we are out of here. We'll see you all tomorrow bright and early for some EU action. And for now, we are out. See you all very soon.